Hi everyone, this is JJ and I'm going to do a mini reading. I have an hour left before I go pick up my child. I already did my cleaning and everything, so I'm going to pull one card from each deck. I have like 4 decks here and we'll see, okay? So how are you guys doing? How's everything? How is this full moon in Taurus treating you? For me, it's actually I feel very energetic. Okay, I'm going to take this as an overall guidance card. Okay, just the overall energy. So I'm feeling very energetic actually right now, which is great. I haven't felt like this in a while. It's been really busy. My kids come out early the whole week, and it's been a hassle. So let's see. Option 1. So we're gonna have 3 options. Option 2 and option 3. So I feel like there's a lot of great things happening for us during this full moon. I feel like we're opening up to the magic. We are letting things happen for us, not forcing situations to happen. And just being in the wonder and the awe here with that card being at the bottom. So I'm going to pull an angel card for you guys. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys should. I post a lot there. It's easier for me to do daily, pick a card for my subscribers there, because Instagram has like a thing where it saves who comes first. And all you have to do is like send me emojis when I post in my story. And it's easier than doing it on YouTube Live, because YouTube Live, it gets lost with all the comments. And so Instagram, it's a good way of doing it. So if you don't follow me there, I honestly suggest that you do. I post a lot. I do pick a card. I also tell you what's going on, if anything goes on in my life, synchronicities that happen, all these things. So option 1. Ooh, option 2 got 2 cards. Okay. And option 3. So I feel like during this full moon, like I said, we are being led to the answer to our prayers. I feel like we are awakening to things. We are realizing things. I feel like we've been kind of asleep, and the angels and spirit are pulling us into where we need to go. They're leading us, right? So I feel like we're being shown signs, synchronicities, and it would be a really good time to listen to these little clues that they're leading us. And I feel like many of us, we're going to get these clues through children. Children are going to be very important. And interestingly, I mentioned my kids at the beginning of the video. So pay attention to kids around you. What are they saying? And those might be messages from your spirit guides. So let's get on with the reading. We have 3 options. Option brown, red, and blue here. And the overall energy. So while you guys decide, I will flip over the overall. Okay, the devil. So Capricorn, you know, Saturn is in Capricorn, and we are feeling a little bit restricted. Maybe we're getting... Be careful with lower energy frequencies here, or a Capricorn person really needs to hear one of these messages here. Also, be careful with negative people, anything that's become toxic in your life. I feel like we're purging, because it is the full moon. We are purging these energies out. And I feel like that's what the devil card is trying to tell us, is that these energies that we are releasing, they become toxic, and now we need to let them go. Okay? So put that to the side here. And let's get started. So people who chose brown, like always, the timestamps will be listed down below, along with my personal email for personal readings. And any donations or anything like that, they're welcomed as well. You'll find the link in my Instagram. I'm trying to post them here as well in my YouTube channel, but The last video I said I was going to post the timestamps and I completely forgot because I was rushed to pick up my kids. Because I told you this whole week has been, my kids are coming out early the whole week. So honestly, I have 4 hours before I go and pick them up because it's parent-teacher conference. So yeah, just bear with me through this week. So for people who chose option brown or option 1, we have the King of Swords. Okay, so you're thinking clearly at this time, okay? Or there might be, or you are an air sign, or there is an air sign around you who is very important at this time. I feel like you have mental clarity right now. You are seeing above the problems. You have also, it's a good time to sign papers. It's a good time to cut things out of your life that are no longer serving you, especially things that have become toxic or that are tying you down. Some of you, this is the person who is toxic in your life. Surrender to obsessive thinking. How interesting, right? You have the King of Swords, who is the master of the thought, of the mind. And then you have surrender to obsessive thinking. So I feel like some of you need to stop worrying, need to stop overthinking stuff. I feel that Spirit is saying you are thinking clearly. You do not need to be playing the situation over and over again in your head. Spirit is saying you need to stop that. You need to rise above the problem and look at the situation from a bigger perspective. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And I feel like you will solve the problem and you will find clarity because we do have the King of Swords. So maybe this is Spirit telling you, like, do not worry. Stop focusing on that, because the more we focus on negative energy or the problem, the more problems we manifest into our lives. So do not obsess on that situation, that person, that place, that thing. Let it go, hand it over to Spirit, trust that they will bring you an answer. And I feel like you will find the clarity that you need to solve the problem. We have Shanti, the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So yes, I feel like, do not worry about the future. Things are looking good. Things are looking more peaceful. I feel like the clarity that you were seeking, maybe there was a situation that you couldn't see beyond that situation. You were like, how is this gonna manifest in my life? Like, where do I go from now? Well, Spirit is saying the clarity that you want is coming. It's here. And you will find the peace that you need in order to keep moving forward, and the obstacles that you have been dealing with will finally be removed. I feel like that's the devil energy there. Also, the devil is anything that's obsessive, that's become toxic, and obsessive thinking, it's not helping you. You have to embrace the King of Swords quality and trust your thoughts, but not obsess over them, okay? And our last card is balance. Yes, you need to find balance in your life in order to bring peace. Once you find the balance that you need, and I feel like this is mental balance because you're overthinking too much. And this situation has become toxic and you have to stop obsessing over it. Whether this is over a person, a situation, or a circumstance in your life. Spirit is saying the moment you find balance within your mind and stop obsessing over this situation, you will find peace and balance. Okay, that is the message. I wish you guys the best. And now to option 2. So for option 2, or those of you who picked red, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, you're bored with something. For some of you, you're bored with something. You're bored, you're feeling stagnant, you feel like what you had planted in the past is not progressing. For others of you, there's this feeling of, do I continue on the path that I'm on, or do I pick up on something new here? I have to look at the other cards. I am not going to say which one to stay on. But I am picking up that the seeds that you planted in the past will grow. They will prosper. It's just a matter of patience. And the 7 of Pentacles is one of those cards where patience is required. Okay, a lot of patience. For some of you, you may be already on the verge of picking up your fruit of your labor. Okay, whatever it is that you have planted and you diligently have been waiting and watering and taking care of, now it's being brought to you. Now you are seeing what you had planted. What do you need to surrender to? Stubbornness. Okay. So stop being so stubborn. Stop trying. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are no longer forcing situations to happen in our lives. And I feel like people that chose option red or option 2 are being stubborn. Okay, I feel like you're trying to manifest these things into your life, but Spirit is saying you have to let them come to you naturally and not force the situation. There is a reason. You can't force a rose to bloom overnight. It doesn't happen that way. You need to wait for the seed to, break through and then start growing and then, turn into this beautiful rose. It's not overnight. And I feel like some of you want what you want now and you want it your way. And Spirit is saying that you need to stop. You need to surrender to that. And the message of the card is, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So if something in your life, it's interesting because you might be in a situation or in a relationship where the two people here, you see the two people, one is looking this way and the other person is looking down. I feel like there's a situation or a relationship here in which both parties are not content with the situation. It's like no one wants to get off their high horse. Both the parties here want to be right, and Spirit is saying no. Be the bigger person and admit your fault if that's the case, and just apologize if that needs to happen. It's like there's a lot of ego here, a lot of pridefulness. It's like one person wants it their way, and then this person is like, well, you're not listening to me. What should I tell you? What you need to do? There's this sense of like, I know more than you kind of deal. Or like in Spanish, we say, no quiere dar su brazo a torcer. Like, they don't want to admit their fault. And I feel like that's what's going on here. Your angel message is, your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. What did I just say? Do not force things to happen. You're being stubborn. And I feel like someone may be telling you, hey, slow it down. You got to let things flow to you. You got to let things happen naturally. But you're over here saying, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? I put in the work. I did this. Why am I not being rewarded? Well, Spirit is saying that yes, you put in the hard work. They acknowledge it. They recognize it. It's just a matter of time. You have to let things happen naturally. Do not force things to happen. What would happen if you rip a flower out of, like, try to like bloom the flower overnight? It will die. Because conditions are not right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, some of you want something. You want it and you've worked for it. But Spirit is saying just wait. Because if they give you what you want too soon, it will not bloom to its full potential. So just wait. There is a reason why things come when they come. Okay? So just let go of your stubbornness here. And listen to other people, listen to Spirit, and don't give up. You know, you're right. You're almost there with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like you're almost picking up the fruit of your labor. It's just a matter of divine timing. And don't be stubborn. And you got 2 cards here, so we'll see. Kindred spirits. Yeah, so someone may be offering to help you. But I feel like you're just not... For some reason, you are not, like, see, these people are not looking at each other, and then down here they will. So if you're in a relationship where things seem like you're on different pages right now, you're on different topics with your relationship, don't worry. You guys will come and see eye to eye again. But you guys have to let go of this energy of stubbornness and of being right. And then we have the truth. So there is a truth that needs to be revealed here. There is something that needs to be said, or someone doesn't want to hear the truth of a situation. And Spirit is saying, stop being stubborn and listen to the other person. There's a reason why they're telling it to you. There's a reason why maybe that person is being stubborn to tell you the truth, but you're being stubborn to not listen. So that is the guided message. I wish you guys the best, and just have patience. Everything is gonna manifest the way you want it, or even better. It's just a matter of time. To option 3. For option 3, or the color blue, we have the 3 of Cups. How beautiful. So celebration, happiness, parties. Make sure you're not drinking too much. Make sure you're not partying too much here. Make sure you're not gossiping as well. Every time I see the 3 of Cups, it's like gossip. So be careful with that. Surrender to stress. Okay, so some of you may be feeling really stressful at this time. And with this full moon in Taurus, there is this energy of 10 of Wands, which feeling overwhelmed and stressed. So if you feel that way, Spirit is saying go out with your buddies, have a drink if you're 21 and over, or depending the legal age in everyone's country. Go out, have some drinks, a coffee, something. Go out and talk to your best friend, communicate. Focus on the good things. Count your blessings. There's always a reason to celebrate in life, even if we're dealing with stressful or sad situations. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So if things are looking or feeling overwhelming, take a deep breath, go out and meditate, or just go out and talk. Sometimes just talking to somebody else, to a friend, to a sister, to anybody, actually helps us find clarity, right? Doesn't it ever happen when you're like seeking clarity and you're talking to somebody and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's what I need to do. Like you answered your own question, because it's very therapeutical. It's like therapy. Therapeutic. I can't even say the word. I'm not even going to try. So it serves as therapy. And I feel like some of you may find the answer that you need when you are communicating with someone. Okay? And it's free therapy. So it's a win-win solution, right? You find an answer and free therapy. The angel message is Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make the changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So I feel like some of you, there are changes that you want to make. And I feel like there are some ties to these things that you do not want to let go. And these things are toxic in your life. And I feel that Archangel Michael here is telling you, yes, making these changes or the changes that you're undergoing may be stressful, but it will lead you to a very good place. It will lead you to kindred spirits. It will lead you to feeling good about yourself, having good friends, celebrating, just having a really good time, having your moment in the sun. That's what I'm hearing. And not being afraid to show yourself for who you truly are. So don't be scared of the changes that are happening in your life at this time, or the changes that you want to make. Archangel Michael is here with you. So make the changes that you need to make and pray to Archangel Michael. And every time you feel stressful about making these changes, or the changes that are happening out of your control, just let go and tell Spirit, I trust in what you are doing, and I let go. And that's it. And we have intuition. Yes, listen to your intuition. Okay, listen to your intuition. It's very important, especially when we're undergoing changes. It's very important to listen to our intuition, because our intuition usually tells us if everything's okay or there's still more stuff to do. Everyone possesses intuition. It's not only certain people. We all have it. It's just a matter of practicing it and reminding ourselves to listen to that voice in our head, or listening to our gut. Also, Spirit I'm hearing that they're saying do not do not overthink things. It's very similar to option 1. Do not overthink these situations that are happening or these changes that are happening. Listen to your intuition, because sometimes our mind could tell us, oh my God, we're in trouble, and we start to freak out, but your intuition will tell you, no, everything is good. You're fine. Trust. Have faith. So don't let your mind overburden you. And any clarity that you need, seek Archangel Michael and your intuition to find that clarity. So thank you very much for watching. That was option 3. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.